one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. 4th down and on his Ty Long to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years and feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future, you've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Running on first down, Eckler fights him off. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play. First and 10 at the 43-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going. Early on on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First down, Chargers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Chiefs nothing.
On first down, it's Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. Gets around him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They finds his target, Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers 14, Chiefs nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, 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 check. Safe.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Back. Big dance. Come. Attack.
Now Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And DeMarcus Robinson may be unheralded on that Kansas City track squad of wide receivers, but he's been dependable for these Chiefs the past few years.
On first down, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It's gonna be a long 15. 36. Watch twist.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 44, Mike, 40. 15. Both the Mike.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Watch out. Check.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. 44, Mike.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Chiefs, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score. Chargers 28. Chiefs, nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From the 29, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Herbert on 1st down now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a give running left is Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Working with his 2nd and 4. Herbert now. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down, Los Angeles.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On to give, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chiefs 7. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch the edge. Hey, 43. Wide, get wide. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Sponge, sponge.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Football's the mic. Hey, color. Watch the slant. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Not here. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. I'm coming out.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here is Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 80 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He's got Allen, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here's Herbert. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score. Chargers 42, Chiefs 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 27, Mahomes. Man open, that's Byron Pringle, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
44's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 44, Mike, 44. Football's the mic.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 76 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next the score, Chargers 49, Chiefs 21.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Still going. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 0-0, Mike 3. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Mike 3.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 56, Chiefs 21. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Attack, attack!
SOS, SOS, SOS.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. 44's the mic. 44's yellow. Coming. 44, Mike.
Mahomes gonna throw. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Let's go.
One final try from Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.